Every time you receive grace, every time you receive grace, God didn't kill you then. But there's a time and a place when God said that enough is enough. I am going to now require your life because you are too disobedient. You have been demonstrating sin after sin after sin to our people. You're showing people how to sin, and you feel that there is no consequence. In the church, there is a harm. How disrespectful could you be against your own God? When you see this white man came here, see this devil here? You see when he came here with death on his mind to destroy any white people who are not serving him. Because he came with different religion, a different Jesus. According to Matthew chapter 24. A different Jesus show up on the face of the earth. And our people who was shaky, who didn't want to dare at the time, started to bow down and serve him. And you are a product of that, bro. You can admit that? You can admit that? And what are you going to do about it partly? Give me a pork. Huh? You ain't going to eat no pork again. You better, because there's a destruction for that. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
God said, you see the swine, for all those who eat swine under my voice, God said unclean to you.
Right.
The other nations and people could eat it. Bro, the other nations and the people could eat it. You can't eat it.
That's right.
It is for your custom. It's you have to observe the Sabbath. The other nations do have to observe the Sabbath because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. If you, as a parent, can use that. Yeah, brothers and sisters. When your mother was talking to you, and she said, don't go down the road and play with them fellas and them today. And you still went. What she used to do? Beat you? Right, same thing. God talking to his children, and he's saying, these commandments is your commandments to keep. This is how he does keep my house in order. And if you do contrary, everything that you do contrary, it means that you're going to get punished for it. Isaiah 66. So eating pork, which is unclean to you, there is a punishment associated with all people who eat pork. Right? And it is a what I will say. Everybody who's sitting in that frame will not get the same judgment. Watch it, read on. 66 and 15.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
We know that this coming in, and this is what we here out here to warn we people for. Bro, that destruction coming to this whole world.
Right.
And if you on the wrong side at that destruction, is flames for you. That fire going to come upon all our people one time. And if you, sir, you didn't get yourself together, you're going to be in that same condition, bro. Read on.
And they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
So the Bible says, they that eat swine's flesh and the mouse are all the other abominations. It's like manicured, you see that? All them things, bro. All them things will lead to destruction. So right now, you on borrowed time 3,000 times every time you eat a spoonful of that.
That's right.
Every time you receive grace, every time you receive grace, God didn't kill you then. But there's a time and a place when God said that enough is enough. I am going to now require your life because you are too disobedient. You have been demonstrating sin after sin after sin to our people. You're showing people how to sin, and there is no, and you feel that there is no consequence. In the church, there is a harm. How disrespectful could you be against your own God? The God of the Bible, the Lord of the Sabbath, how could you be so disrespectful to him to do them wickedness inside his house? And you feel God not going to be vexed? You feel he's not going to be vexed? Let me show you how he does be vexed. When he get vexed, he does do it, people. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. How God does deal with his people when he see angry with them. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there thou shalt be sold unto thine enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
God say, when you see a sin against me, I am going to sell you to your enemies. How did your ancestors get bought here? Come around inside front. Let me show you this. The time is what time is it? Tell me time. Watch this. Come this way. Come and see this by the time. Let me show you this. Yeah, I'll show you it fast, bro. I'll show you it real fast. You see these conditions here? Where you on this slave ship here? You was now on your way to the market to be sold by another nation of people to another nation of people for you to go and work in the plantation or in the house or in the fish market or any way that they desire. And you know it's become less of a man when another group of people have you like this. Bro, there's our history. If you forget and start to follow, continue following after the ways of your enemies, you will also be perished. The wages of sin is death, bro.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's right.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word